Hey guys, it's Kusi. Welcome back to the second episode of waiting in queue for hours just so a damn tank or healer applies, just to waste my time and leave again. I absolutely hate this game.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal.
In our Zero to Hero Fridge Decay edition. In the last episode we used the power of friendship, the power of catch-up, to step away from a lousy 346 item level all the way up to 485 with one damn purpose: impressing the ladies. We also did our first key, which ended up in us getting outpaced by the damn tank, though this seems to be a reoccurring theme these days.
That sucks.
Yet in this episode, because we already did all the chores, we are sending keys. Only keys. All the keys. We also get our first big upgrade in form of a crafted item, and we will meet a disbeliever that left the key relatively quickly for no damn reason at all. But first, let me quickly say thank you for all you guys' comments on the last video. Really appreciate the love, and you have no idea how much it means to me. Regardless, one comment specifically messed me up. I was live on Twitch when I read this out loud, and I had legit no idea that Death and Decay plays any role in Frost Decay's rotation. The last time I played a DK, I think Frost did have D&D, but they didn't have any usage, so I assumed it's still the same.
No?
Appreciate the heads up, brother. I'm such a muppet, man. Disregarding, we will also get our feet wet in keys above the +5 level, where you guessed it, we will die a lot. So if that sounds like a juicy and family friendly episode to you, make sure to leave a like, and if you're new here, consider to subscribe too, because we are on the road to 10k till the end of the year, and you can make it happen. But without further ado, make sure to grab a drink, get comfy, and enjoy the second episode of dropping a big fat frozen dump on the frozen throne. Now right away, first key, I got Academy 4 and I'm always excited about the A, especially now that I need to learn how to cheese mechanics again with the new class. One thing to mention here is that I recorded the first few dungeons prior to all the tips you gave me, so you won't see any Death and Decay soon, sorry. Still, the damage on first pull wasn't too bad. Imagine how good it would have been if I actually popped my cooldowns. No ashes used either, big L. But even though this is just a 4, let's talk about bosses on this dungeon for once. I think I never covered AA so far. The Overgrown Ancient is one that people like to tunnel a lot. Since you got so many ads popping up at times, it's crazy. Yet you do need to play a few mechanics. Surely you figured out that people do stack on the tank and then slowly walk around one side whenever Germinate is going. And that's simply so you stack as many saplings as possible on the spot, so they are easy to cleave down. Because on every second Germinate, the saplings will start walking and hitting while applying Lasher Toxin, so make sure you don't just burst them down ASAP, give the tank a second to grab aggro first. Also, if you have a poison removal, use that.
No?
Branch Out is a second spell one needs to be aware of. First of all, it will apply Splinter Bark to every player. It also spawns a tree mob similar to those little slaves that Restro Druid uses that need to be focused down ASAP. Not only does it attempt to heal, it will also spawn a big healing circle on the ground when it dies. And once that big healing circle spawns, make sure you all step into that as it removes the bleed from Splinter Bark. Also does a tank buster, but that's a tank issue. After that, rinse and repeat. Broth is the second boss of our run, and this one is fun, for melee, sometimes. There are two main mechanics on the burp. One is Deafening Screech, that will do mad damage, silence you if you attempt to cast during it, and grants a debuff for free that will increase the damage of the next Screech. To deal with that, we have those little balls as a minigame. As soon as one of those goals has been achieved, the stacks of Screech will reset, but a permanent effect will go off during the boss fight. If you do the wind first, which I don't recommend on puck groups, you will have a constant wind blowing that tries to push you off the area. Also, you get some tornadoes running wild. The positive benefit of this wind gate are these little balls with the blue marker. They will grant you a 45% haste and 50% movement buff, while also making you immune to being pushed around by the wind. The fire sight, once triggered, will stun the boss to also take increased damage and then attempts to constantly grill everybody by putting up those nasty fire puddles. Needless to say, this boss has a lot of movement, since there's also a cleave. Also, the boss tries to peck, P-E-C-K, so you peck with a pecker? English is weird, but that's a tank issue. Veximus is a relatively easy one for a change. Walk out with the mana bombs, gather the bombs for 2 at a time, and keep walking when it does Arcane Fissure. Otherwise, well, because we had some mad issues on Veximus because people just refused to live, which got into a point of 18 deaths on a +4. Shit's rough out here, man. Last boss, now comment. Easiest boss in the entire game. Doragosa is so boring, you could put this fight in a classic dungeon and no one would notice. So we timed it, only by 1, but that's better than depleting. Just for me to loot, nothing. Next up, I legit sat in queue for 45 minutes to find people for this 5 bracken height I got, but no one applied. So I hope that maybe people want to do a 4 instead.
For what? Why?
I don't know if that mind game is smart, but at least I found a few gamers for it. And look at your boy doing the magic. Even whipped out a good nuke on the first boss. We clapping out here, even without death and decay.
Man, shut your bitch ass up.
Yet you know, if I am on top of the damage charts every now and then, it just means that the group isn't pumping. So we finished this key only by +1 as well, for me to loot another load of nothing. So far, so good. But now comes the annoying part. It's 4:05 PM after finishing this key. And I sat in queue, and I kid you not, I waited an hour before I had a party for this. I did not take a break. Full-blown queue simulator. I even lowered the key from 5 to 3 in hopes that I just get anybody to do the key with me. I was so upset, man. So this won't be the last Ulderman this episode, so I keep it quick and short. 3 chests. Even though it's off topic, it's now 5:30 PM on Sunday, which means it's 30 minutes prior to our stream. Would you call this dedication or addiction? You know what's also dedication? Hoi! Let me quickly remind you that we are on the road to 10k subscribers on the YouTube, and if we manage to achieve that goal, we will have a 24-hour stream of Torment with a face cam and a potential Pink Panther onesie.
Oh my god, I love it. I love it!
You heard me. So if you watched this so far without subscribing, I mean, come on, do the magic, make it happen. Also join the Discord for future stuff in the War Within. Now back to the video. Before we head to our just obtained Azure Vault 6, we got ourselves an upgrade. Crafted necklace, and because I did some research, I put the big and veiny blue silken embellishment on it for some Giga mastery.
Oh my god!
Now, little spoiler, this Azure Vault 6 was quick, and I mean quick, 3 chests in fact. And guess who the only dead guy was? It wasn't me. But good news, I wasn't below the tank, so I can at least say I did my part in this. Even got rewarded with a ring with heavy haste on it, which is not too bad because apparently I've been lacking some. From this run, I got yet another Ulderman.
You're joking.
The key I waited an hour before to do. It only took me around 5 minutes to get a healer though, and then 5 more to get a tank, just for the healer and his or her body to dip when we were about to start. Thanks? Ah well, we got a tank now, so quickly replace them and let's go. Bro, I'm ass!
Yes.
Now here are a few things to do on Talendras as a DK. Well, as a dwarf DK. First, you can Death's Advance in order to simply not be knocked back. That's not too bad already, because it means you're instantly in range to Death Strike yourself after the damage. It's particularly big if you got the bleed going. Help yourself to live. As a dwarf, you can also remove the Earthen Shard with Stone Skin. Easy peasy. Also Grizz, thank you for the follow on Twitch. You're a beast, man. 3 bosses down, no death, time to make a change. Cleave.
Oh, baby, a triple!
Triple cleave, huh? And then Sonic Burst.
Oh, baby!
Yeah, we got it. Triple burst. I should use anti-magic shell more often since it's on such a low cooldown. Speaking of AMS, on Emberon, the spell doesn't work on everything. While you can use it in advance to not receive the dot of Searing Clap, you still will receive the unstable Amber Circle. Yet obviously, you can still use it to negate the damage. And even though yours truly only did about half the damage of the other 2, we still 3-chested this one, though barely. For me to rightfully receive no item at all, some good score and another Azure Vault. I did complain about it by saying that Bliss hates me since it only gives me the same 2 keys in rotation, just for the druid to say that I wouldn't deserve any loot for my performance, and then instantly leave like an adult. Now, did I compete with the other 2 in damage? Absolutely not. Was I higher than the damn Vengeance Demon Hunter? Absolutely. Case closed.
Oh, that's hot.
Okay, so back to the Azure Vault. This one got a bit spicier. The tank called out this route from the very beginning. Do big pull first room and then pull big after the first boss. So skip part of the ring. He said that, so that's what we did. And the first pull went clean.
Damn.
As well as the first boss, besides me not using AMS for some damn reason. Don't be like me, use AMS for every stomp. After that, we did the called out big pull. Yet this one didn't go as clean. First, I just got drop kicked right away after they came out of my stun. Note to myself, wait to use it. Also, don't mind me blurring the absolute random conversation I was part of. Someone that, well, I think doesn't know I'm making videos just whispered me and we had a chat. And because of that, I blur it just in case. And after I did the Walk of Shame back, the shaman just randomly leaves, even though he was still alive and the trash was almost dead. What the hell, man? I told the party that they are free to leave as I won't hold them hostage, but they all decided to continue. I love this community, man. And so we did. Even though every boss took a significant amount of time longer, we slowly but surely took care of every one of them. The tank was the MVP here. He did something that I'm not used to, especially if I'm a demon hunter. He communicated.
That's why he's the GOAT!
It's insane. This was particularly good on the last boss, as he insisted on us saving big cooldowns for the shards. Because let's be honest, if we survive the shards, the boss will die eventually. And that's what we did.
1, 2, 3.
To eventually actually time the key as a 4-man party. And this is so cool on so many levels. First, it's a testament for the awesome WoW community that rises up when this game is no longer a flavor of the month, and it's awesome. Also, I was part of it, so it means that I was a useful part of this run, no matter what. Needless to say, I was a happy boy when I went to bed that evening, but we ain't done for this week or the episode. I finally got myself another key, Nelthorus. And even though I got it on 7 and that difficulty will drop hero, I still feel a bit naughty with my lousy gear to just leech. Yet I'm too worried that if I go too low in difficulty, I won't find any party to do this. So 6 is it for now. And it sure took me a hot minute to find people. Roughly around an hour as well due to the same problem as before. But eventually, I got myself a decently geared tank with 546 item level and a Mistweaver with 499. Remember, healer is the MVP in this one, but be that as it may, we easily moved towards the first boss, only one death, but that was because our hunter got too horny while the tank was gathering right in the beginning. I also really admire the tank here for not giving two shits about it. He just did his thing and awaited the return of the missing mob. So we started on the elephant, which has the same red nose as I do when my allergic reaction kicks in these days. Shit's tough out here, man. And of course I goofed.
Oh really?
I did pretty good, but then I decided to be too cheeky with the movement and paid for it. Guess I don't deserve any loot for that performance. Towards Chain Daddy XL, we used a lot of chain racks, meaning the tank knew his part. Also pretty cool to have something like floppy hands to gather everything for those types of plays. Now though to the overload of wipes, the nightmare of pugs, the bane of... banes?
What?
And I instantly said I will wait with the chains. Only one stack? I'm crying over here, man, it's so beautiful. Ah shit. But hey, not even close to dying. So we also one-shot this loser. And besides one slight mispull on the third boss that led to a full wipe, this run went pretty fine. And I was quite happy with my DPS too. 225k overall ain't too bad, considering the hunter was a lot higher. I'll take it. Now then, we did 7 dungeons this episode. I reckon that will be enough.
Psych!
We got one more, baby, because I got a ruby life pulse from this Nelthorus and I didn't got any score on that one yet. So you know I was horny for that. And I tried to get something going and ultimately got this awesome last second boost gang of the warrior and the shadow priest. They also understood the pun in my DK's name. Dwarvin Nunez is a shout out to the football player Dwarvin Nunez that plays for Liverpool.
Dwarvin Nunez!
So similar to people getting the hello there reference I usually greet people with, I knew I can trust him. We also got an arcane mage with us, but he has similar issues of playing it as I do on stream. No way I was in that. However, the biggest issue happened to be the breath of the little mini boss drakes, as they cost more deaths than anything else. Mage really wanted to ramp up and got cooked. Wait, is this me playing on a second account? He's just like me for real. But I was pumping. Also I thought, in reality, I was battling with the tank for the second spot on details and he won that quite often. Now like I said, I think the dragons legit killed the mage 3 times and were almost 50% of our overall flop overs. Yet the chunky big dragon wasn't an issue. And even though I was pumping in the beginning, the tank somehow passed me to an almost constant 200k DPS on 2 targets. Not that bad. Ending this run we did another whooping 205 score and again no item since I didn't deserve one again. But before I end this episode, I'll let you in on a little secret. With the coming reset, we will get ourselves a new max item level crafted item, a vault item and another raid item currency coin thingy item. So we got big upgrades ahead. And with that, we end our second Giga Dungeon Packed episode with a new item level of 494 as well as a dungeon score of 1145 in 9 runs. Considering I still missed 2 dungeons entirely, I'd say that's not too bad. So as always, thank you for watching and I hope you have the most fantastic day whenever you see this. Make sure you deserve an item until I catch you in the next one. Peace.